did address the quality issue by replacing the plants on the unwatered side with some of the... I need to cook more. Fine, finish loading. With more cotton. Last time I was in this, I just got up, so I haven't been in this. I did have some placement issues, so things are not quite the way I wanted them, because it didn't swap when I told it to, and I didn't notice until some additional shit got slapped down, but it's fine. It's fine. Because quality boost. Right. I mean, they're edible, though. But I did set them aside because of that. I know I pulled up some of those. Tomatoes and potatoes. Excuse you. Yeah, sometimes the machines are giving me a bonus basic one. I don't think I have a use. Excuse you. Do what I tell you. Don't think I have a use for either of these, but... Well, no, actually I do. For things I already have stacks of. I can just do that. I don't need you. You're for sale. You are a potato. You are a tomato. You are a tomato. You are a tomato. You. And you. Potat. Okay. That's the two of you. The edge ones, where the cotton and corn had been doubled up originally, I have changed to be the displaced either onion and wheat or carrot and rice. But none of those spots are open right now. So I was right, I didn't actually need those. Okay. You don't have the harvest boost, because that accidentally ended up being 3 cottons instead of a cotton, a corn, and a cotton. Alright. 2 sets of tomatoes, 1 set of potatoes. Yep. Give you big stockpiles to work through before I went to bed, but that's fine. More of these. I got a couple. That snail, when I did find it, gave me silk. But mostly I only just saw those. Not that I didn't look for more. I caught it just because it was purple. Turned out to be more beneficial than just being purple. I guess I could cook those, but that's not super. Oh. That's easy enough. Oh. I need to cook things, so I'm not going to sell any of those. I already topped those off. I moved the quality fish. use those. I've been holding on to those because some people want them for stuff. I actually have enough of those to use again. But I'm not going to sell them. I have room to hoard the things that I know I will have a use for, so except for the lumber, because I've been trying to farm flow. That stuff doesn't count, and also can't be sold for value, so. Funny thing about using skills is you don't spend the focus until you pick up those loot piles. So, not that I necessarily notice, because while it does flash and I think play a sound when you're out, I'm usually doing something and don't notice either. But if I do happen to notice, I could hypothetically just eat before I finish picking up loot piles. But I don't always notice. This is something that occurs to me after the fact. Because those are so hard to come by. Now, if I request silk, I can get silk. Not always, but... I keep putting out requests for these on the off chance that people actually have any. And then they keep timing out because, yeah, nobody has that much to give and are actually looking. But it can't hurt to try. In an hour, it'll go away because no one has seen it and fulfilled it. I may or may not get the silk, and then I can just request more again and maybe another piece of silk, because silk I can actually get from others. I can spend metals to buy it. I should cook first. What do I actually want to make? I have frozen more often using the oven, so I don't think I want to bake. You're doable. There's just the... I have to be very nearly empty before you're something I can use without wasting it. So having something smaller as well, or having something small, a little smaller, but it doesn't let me sort it by how much focus it gives. So I either have to remember or click through them every fucking time. Sorting by difficulty isn't helpful because difficulty is not necessarily tied to how much it gives. This also doesn't do it. Sorting by the only reason you're doing it to begin with So the 350 of you is the second best option I've got. Yes. Okay. And you're either lower things or an even bigger thing. I actually have a few you set aside. And you're just macarons. Alright. Doesn't really matter. Some things you can change up in there and usually don't look and take the time. I'd prefer it if it let you choose when you were selecting the recipe. Oh, shit. I'm gonna fuck it up because I spent too much time doing this. Yeah. I didn't even notice. That's my own fault. I've never actually fucked up that step. But I was distracted by talking about it. Oops. Also, it takes extra time to select ingredients instead of just go with whichever one it gives you at the top. But yeah, this is definitely going to be low quality. Really? Oh, it gave me one fewer of them. It didn't fuck up the quality, it just gave me less. Huh. That's gonna be silk. Yeah. Come on, there we go. And then 53 minutes until I get to replace those requests with something that may or may not actually get fulfilled. But yeah. Okay. I hadn't done that accidentally or on purpose before, so I didn't know how that would go. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you can be any of those. I have a lot more fucking tomatoes. Let's use those. But I would prefer to do this when I'm selecting what recipe I'm making, rather than spend time, because the recipes are timed, with some things that are more sensitive than others. Just gonna stir you now. You get to be peppers. Stupid itchy eye now is not a good time. Using up the Surnuk is fun, because the other one is Choppa Masala. Stir you early. Right, I haven't said anything in there. And I should. Not. Neither of those use corn. They could, but they're not. So I'll let you do that. Oh. It says any, and it shows a potato in there, so you could hypothetically use a potato in that. You actually require the tomato, which is fine. I have a shit ton of them. Carrots just happen to be at the top, which is why they keep getting used, but I don't actually require them for anything. You use the stuff that doesn't go in there, and other than things that don't get pickled anyway, yeah, okay. In reality, a lot of things use those, so let's get those out of the way. That's really what I was curious about. only 2 that are regular. You can do that. Have a shit ton of these, so I can make a few. Anyway, this is why I have 3 of these out. Because when I was doing this to get through all of my basic meat, because I have enough of the gold star of it, that I decided to take that out of special storage and just actually cook with it. I wanted to get through this, but since there's time between it, miserable bitch also likes these. I remember that. It's probably been long enough that I could gift her again. Better than nothing. Yeah. Lumberjacking until my inventory's fucking full of wood. Will probably require more food than that. But I'm also still... No, not another one of those. What else did you... Silk isn't available. That's something you wanted before, though. Other than that, I don't fucking remember. Even if it isn't on the current request list, if it's been on there before, or if it's something else. She liked 2 different silk-giving bugs. And she wanted that lunar moth that I've only ever found one of, so she's not getting that. No. Right. You don't need to be in there anymore. You're supposed to be in here now. Right. she liked that before, and I have an extra. I think she liked that. I don't know what I have that miserable bitch would like. It's fine. It's fine. You're done. I don't think I have enough to actually make another piece. No. I do not. Everything requires a little to a whole fucking lot more. Pallium is easier to get, which is why I'm not worried about it. Alright. I guess I will go out and get that done. But this is enough for now. Oh. I wonder if I'm just going to end up with a U-shaped showroom house. But I'm not sure. And that would take a bunch of time and resources. And oh, I can actually slap that onto where I have windows, but I don't want to. I want it there, but I can't change that entryway. Alas. So, I'm sure I'll sort something out eventually. Maybe I'll have, when it's big enough, have different entries at each end. I can't, well, I can actually test that thought. That's not something I can, engage with. Do I have any that are bigger stacks than that? So I don't have to use multiple kinds. 5 of those. 5 of those might get me up high enough. It will not. That's... no. Oh. Yeah, 5 isn't enough for me to actually see if I can reach that lantern. So let's grab 4 more. I have more. That's not what I was trying to do, things. Really? I guess not. Because I'm definitely close enough. Or, I definitely seem close enough. Stairway to light bulb. If I'm in the way, you won't place. Yeah. My head's right on it, and still, no. So, alas, no. I cannot actually change this light fixture. Rude. Like, I'm actually running into it. I'm trying to move forward, but it's saying I'm actually running into it. So, yeah, no. If you were gonna like, you're trying to let me interact with the box beneath me, but not the thing I'm up here to do. Oh well.